back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is...
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Darnold on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. New York set to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Hit on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. On second down, it's Bell. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. 25 yards that time. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it? It does.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds Parker here, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emmanuel Ogbah, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Now this throw caught left side. They'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean,
under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw, Darnold. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Jets on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go one more. Turn right. 3 down.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And New York set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's good for 28 yards. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Rush coming in, he's taken down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the 13-year man puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Come on. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Yo. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by Brian Poole. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Open man is Uzomah. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Crosby is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. We have hit half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13, Darnold. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Let's go.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Marcus May with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last. And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
50 seconds to Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
On first down, here's Breida. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, wouldn't be safe.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from this. And he's going to go down again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by one more. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Darnold. Got a man. It's Breshad Perriman. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The Jets on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Ballage. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They run it with Ballage. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still significant.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and abundant. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? Seem to be pretty effective in this one. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Look. I got him. He's mine. 57's the mic. Flip it. The mic. I'm here all day. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Coming. Go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go now. Pittsburgh. Crunch time, defense.
Now a give coming right is Breida. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Man, I got you. Yo, motion. Hey, check. Hey, 57. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you what? You don't want.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back